The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Their job, and before we get...
Well, guys, I'm very familiar.
You've certainly come a long way, D.A. Thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And the Clippers starting five. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the one spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in its center.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Outside Covington. Powell with it. 6 on the shot clock. He feeds it to Nurkic. Shoots over Zubac. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Passes it to Powell. Back to Lillard. Outside Covington. Portland moving the ball around. The shot by Powell, no good. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Beverly, the pass to Morris. Rebounded by McCollum. The Blazers on offense. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. It's stolen by Morris. George against McCollum. And stolen by Lillard. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Over in the corner, Zubac. Stolen by McCollum. Fast break, here they come. Powell, that's good.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
George passes to Zubac. Morris with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. There's the pass to Lillard. Lock at 6. Now Nurkic. Zubac defending. Portland needs to get off a shot, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation for the Trailblazers. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Powell. Rondo against Lillard. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Rondo against Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Pass to McCollum. To the paint. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Passes it to Kennard. Here's Oturu. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kennard.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Cantor kicks it out to McCollum. Shoots the three. Knocks down the three ball. McCollum's got 5.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Jackson drives in. Oturu, the pass to Jackson. Out to the wing. Pass to Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson misses. And now Portland on the break. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D and still finishes.
Outside Leonard. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 5. And don't... Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. George looking over the floor. And then George with the jam.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Good on the shot.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Portland moving the ball over. Anthony against Batum. And there's Enes Kanter on the assist by Anthony. Kanter's got 4 this quarter. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Here's Anthony, and the rejection by Zubac, and he gets it back. The shot's good from Kanter.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. George finds Beverly. Morris into the lane. Now the pass to Zubac. 4 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Cantor. To the inside. Powell dishes to Anthony. Over Batum. Anthony's shot is off.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Portland the foul.
A really good second-round pick out of Arkansas. Beverly fits perfectly in that 3-and-D role.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
It's McCollum on the wing. Nurkic trying to get open. McCollum no good.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Cousins.
And it's not just the size of Cousins, it's the quickness. Allows him to beat defenders in traffic, forcing fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And it's tied up with that one. 1:19 left in the first half. For Portland, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now here's McCollum. He has 7. Feeds it to Covington. It's intercepted. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Lillard against Jackson. Here's Kennard. Outside for Jackson. Back to Kennard. Pass to Oturu. But they recover it. It's 1 on the clock, and that one is stuffed right through.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
Lillard attacking, and he makes that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Pass to Oturu. Here's Leonard. Tries again. Count that bucket. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Kawhi, a double-digit rebounder in college. Scouts knew that would be a transferable skill of his.
It's all top. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up. And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And here's Beverly. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Here's Beverly. He has 6. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Powell with the steal. McCollum with the ball. George picks him up. Here's Lillard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Man's checked in. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Dennis Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Kanter. And he banks in the layup. Kanter's got 8.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Kennard with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Kicks to Cousins. And Covington sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Here's Simons. Kanter, the pass to Lillard. Takes it out to Covington. Kanter dishes to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Goes back up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Enes Kanter. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Leonard against Jones. And Anthony sends it back.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shot just don't go down.
Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Jackson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That's what happens when nothing goes your way. You start to lose focus, and it makes matters worse.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Rondo passes to Zubac. They need this. Leonard finds.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find an open man.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And yes, it's good. Nurkic has got 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Anthony against Rondo. And the shot is good.
And the strength of Rondo finishing through contact.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony, and McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. Marcus Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. Paul George is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Rajon Rondo. And it's in there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Here's Zubac, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Lillard against Beverly. The pass to Powell. And here's Nurkic. Back to Powell. Lillard outside. Fires the three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Portland bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard position.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Lillard outside. But they'll get another chance. Covington kicks to McCullough. Down low. It's stolen by Morris. It's tipped. Now George. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Just another example of losing concentration. His 4th turnover of the evening. He has to start protecting the ball better.
Clippers trail by 5 to the middle. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Lillard attacking, and it goes down 2 points. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
No good on that one. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Powell kicks to Nurkic. Beverly against Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. It's George on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. And George, here we go. Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Portland leading by 3. Lillard surveying the D. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Lillard. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
I don't know what coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Outside, George. It's George on the wing.
Inside.
And he drops it in from the low post. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Lillard attacking, and he comes up with the deuce. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's George. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And Portland making a change here. Kanter's checked in. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Paul George.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. They've led by as many as 11 points. Kanter kicks to Powell. Lillard fires away from way outside. And it's Lillard again missing. Pass to Leonard. There's the dish to Batum. Not going to go that time. Good D by Covington. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball.
Jackson, great anticipation on the steal, then quickly gets them out in transition.
And now we've got the intentional foul. For the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Lillard attacking, and he makes that one.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent to ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Outside Jackson. He kicks to Cousins. Outside, George. Back to Cousins. Shoots over Kanter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Cousins is clever. The defender has to do a better job of beating his man to the spot and maintaining position.
And Portland has possession. They lead by 1. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Now Kanter. Powell dishes to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 to shoot. Here's Lillard. It's good.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
The shot by Powell, no good. And George, here we go. Can't cash in. Now here's Covington. Yes!
For a player who plays with emotion like Covington, those kind of plays can really get your motor running.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show, David. Thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Rivers. And it's Nikola Jokic. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. And it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. It's Rivers on the wing. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Campazzo guarded by Powell, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Now here's Lillard. Tight defense on him. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, this is the kind of shot selection that you got to be on board with Lillard. Tenacious scorer, but I love the efficient opportunity there.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Gordon trying to break loose. Jokic with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Pass to Jokic. Good work there as it goes.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Pass to Jokic, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in. McCollum outside. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Anthony in the corner, stolen by Rivers. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Passes it to Morris. McCollum against Porter. A 3 from Morris. Denver with a new 14. Porter passes to Jokic. Goes back up. And Denver again with the bucket.
Well, Jokic is big, Jokic is long, and he does a great job there of corralling that ball and taking advantage of his length.
It's McCollum on the wing. Outside Anthony. 1:07 left in the first. Cantor against Jokic. McCollum left side. Back to Cantor. Stolen by Rivers. Porter passes to Morris. Back to Porter. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist from Porter. Jokic has got 8.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Here's Anthony. No good. Good defense by Jokic. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And Porter, here we go. Left side, Gordon. Rivers gets a wide open look. And the 3 off target. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Back to Powell. And there's the pass to Simons. Portland again missing. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Well, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1. They're the group the Portland Trail Blazers will start the second quarter with. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Powell.
Now, Kanter is so hungry and has the desire to be an impact player on the glass every night. A very good low post scorer who can rebound at a high level.
McGee, it's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Anthony on the wing. He feeds it to Kanter. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And Green gets it to go. Green's got the lead up to 3 now for Denver.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Lillard looking around. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Pass to Green. Inside. And Green slams it in.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
To the inside. Here's Lillard. Nails the baby hook. Lillard's got 6 points. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Denver also making a switch. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for JaVale McGee. To the paint. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got his first basket of the night.
Well, right now, Millsap taking on the challenge and going right at him.
Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Pass to Gordon. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
1:15 left in the second quarter. They get it back. Another shot. Yep, it counts. He's got 6.
280 pounds. I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
Kicks it to Gordon. Right side Millsap. Feeds it to Green. And it's Green with the jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Outside Covington. Passes to Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. Here's McCollum. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. McCollum's got his second basket. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Rivers passes to Jokic. Back to Rivers. Second chance effort. And it's sent back by Lillard. Got it up. That shot is off. And some good action to the... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points and one of the strings. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Nikola Jokic. Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Rivers. There's the pass to Rivers. Out left to the wing. Outside Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease. Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Down low, Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Portland trailing here. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen. Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
To the inside. Got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal. Campazzo. An easy 2 points on the layup. And now a 5-point Nugget lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
McCollum outside. Yep, that one goes in there. McCollum's got 6.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
There's the double team with Covington. Dishes to Gordon. To the paint. Nurkic with the steal. Powell down low. Here's Covington. Good defense by Jokic.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And they pick up 2.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Trailblazers trail by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gordon against Covington. Now, here's Lillard. Defense is right there. Chalk up 2 there. He's got 12.
And Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
Outside, Porter. To the middle. Gordon kicks to Porter. Back to Gordon. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Robert Covington picks one up.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. Here's Kanter. Tries again, and he sinks the layup.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Kanter also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
There's 53 seconds left in the third. Kicks it out to Gordon. The Nuggets with another miss. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Anthony's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 4. On the wing, Porter. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Porter's got 4 this quarter. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Deep 2 from Anthony. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Gordon. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Powell. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Ball stolen. Nice break. Here come the Trailblazers. Jones is running. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 4. Pass to Porter. Back to Harrison. The dish to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Inside, it's tipped. Back to Green. Shot clock at 6. Now the feed to Millsap. He's looking for Porter and finds him. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
They feel like there's nowhere on the floor where you can really get away from Michael Porter Jr. 3 ball goes that time.
Anthony against Green. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Anthony, no good. The Nuggets leading by 7. Green, the pass to Millsap. Here's Porter. Outside Millsap. Powell with the steal. And now Portland on the break. Here's Simons. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Here's Porter. He dishes it to Green. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. Campazzo covered by Lillard. Covington with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Anthony. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porter against McCollum. Porter passes to Green. To the paint. Rivers kicks to Green. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Lillard. McCollum outside. The wide open look here for Anthony. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Anthony's got his first bucket of the night. The Nuggets leading by 3. Now here's Rivers. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. He feeds it to Cantor. That shot missing. Great D that time from Green. The Nuggets shooting nearly 70% from the floor. They are putting on a clinic offensively. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Kanter. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony. Lillard against Morris. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Yeah, you like when Jokic is this active on the defensive end. More block.
Oh!
Have it out of hat.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Rivers against McCollum. The Nuggets leading by 8. Jokic with it. He kicks to Rivers. Now Jokic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. A 3 from McCollum. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, man, the DNA test comes back, and there is a clutch gene. McCollum with the confidence to deliver.
Morris passes to Jokic on the high post. Portland grabs the miss.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And here's McCollum for 3. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Morris against Lillard. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Morris dishes to Green. Out to Morris. From deep. 6 on the shot clock. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
3-pointer, Lillard. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know,
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And now Portland on the break. McCollum with the ball. Good.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Doncic. Richardson outside. Doncic against Lillard. Fires it up. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Richardson finds Marjanovic.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. Portland grabs the miss. Powell kicks to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Outside, Covington. Lillard dishes to Covington. Down low. Here's Nurkic. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And the whistle blows, so that'll be a shooting foul. Great defensive effort there with the blocked shot. But he got more than just the ball that time. Free throws coming up right now.
You know, it took Nurkic a while to kind of establish himself as a starting center in the NBA, but it didn't take long to see it's a role he deserves.
Now, here's Doncic. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Doncic feeling it out. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Good on the shot. Lillard's got his second bucket.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
The drive by Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Brunson after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Back to Brunson. Pass to Doncic. Feeds to Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Redick is checked in. But they recover it. Second chance shot. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cauley-Stein passes to Powell. And here's Brunson. Passes it to Hardaway. Just 4 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Misses the 3. Trailblazers have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And here's McCollum for 3. Again, McCollum missing. Back to Powell. Taken away by Anthony. It's all tied in Portland. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Redick in at the shooting guard position. Anthony with it. High arcing shot. Pass to Simons. McCollum against Redick. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Burke finds Powell. Back to Burke. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. Hardaway trying to free himself up. Cauley-Stein kicks to Redick. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. And McCollum subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. The Mavericks trailing. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lillard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Well, a main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Lillard dishes to McCollum. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Doncic against Lillard. Tries again. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
Just 5 on the clock. Richardson outside. The pass to Porzingis. And Covington sends it down. And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Mavericks making the shot. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. A different look for Dallas. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Goes back up. It's deflected.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Here's Powell, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Brunson. And Jones pulls it down.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Anthony drives in. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Back to Brunson. Shoots. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And the Mavericks lead by 2. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
And that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. There's the feed to Cauley-Stein. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. That one's on Anthony.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make him count.
And he sinks the second. 8 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Anthony. Over Hardaway. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points. And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard attacking. That one goes. Count it. Lillard's got 8.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
Lillard against Doncic. From the baseline. Here's Nurkic. Count the basket. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kevin. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10", with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. How about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know. But he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Lillard scanning the floor. Clock at 6. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. The lead is 2. He dishes it to Powell. And he gets it to go. Powell's got 6 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Lillard, and he lays it straight in. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
And here's Brunson. He's got 6. Covington with the steal. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Zinkis, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Trey Burke subbed in for Cauley Stein. Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. To the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Norman Powell's checked in for Portland. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mavericks leading by 4. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Out to Anthony. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for him.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Richardson left side. Doncic outside. This one for three. That one misses. It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 4. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Trailblazers trail by 4. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Bogdanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas. Here's Jones. Here's Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. Pass to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 3 on the clock. Another shot. No good that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And here's Doncic from the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Second chance effort. And the rejection by Bogdanovic. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Here's Finney Smith. But they get it back. Out to Porzingis. Passes it to Doncic. On the wing, Doncic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Doncic has got 13 points here in the second half alone. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Ollie Stein in the post. Defended by Covington.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
And here's McCollum for 3. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Gets some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Out to Hardaway. Here's the 3. They get it again.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Covington. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Doncic outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 26.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
Got that one up quick.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Doncic. He gets it in there. 28 points for him.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
It's McCollum on the wing. Richardson covering. McCollum kicks to Covington. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas leading by 8. It's Richardson on the wing. Back to Powell. Right side, Porzingis. Doncic outside. Richardson finds Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 13 points now in the quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Mavericks.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And here's McCollum for three. That one doesn't drop. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Outside, Porzingis takes the three. Doncic dishes to Powell. Three-pointer. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got 34.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I'll tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finish.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. Great to have you with us. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, they've got Ivica Zubac. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Leonard in at the shooting guard. Now here's McCollum to the middle, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now, here's Beverley. And the pass to Zubac. Morris outside. Clippers moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. The putback. They grabbed their own miss. There's the dish to Cousins. Morris looking over the floor. Back to Cousins. Launches a 3. Here's Zubac. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw this game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now here's McCollum. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And look at that, the touch of Lillard inside, so impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Lillard against Beverley. Leonard on the wing. Count that one.
The bounce pass is the ticket there. Very nice assist.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, you can't give any lane to the basket. Once Lillard sees it, he jumps all over it.
Clippers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Beverly dishes to Morris. Inside, Nurkic with the steal. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Powell, the pass to Lillard. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And good that time.
They're finding every shot they've wanted so far. Perfect 3-for-3 start.
Now Leonard. Passes it to Morris. Some solid defense from Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 3. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
No coverage that time. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Morris inside. Guarded by Powell. The offensive rebound. Shot to stop the run. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland.
And one of the things Cousins has continued to develop, his defense. Really makes an effort to swat that shot away.
Left side, Leonard. And he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. Kanter trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Rondo. Leonard attacking the game now all time. He's got 6.
Oh, he's one of the best passing 5s in the game. I mean, think about this. Cousins doesn't get enough credit for being unselfish on the floor.
McCollum against Kennard. And the basket by McCollum.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Rondo against Lillard. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And so here's Portland. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lillard with the bucket.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Leonard against Powell. Leonard attacking. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 8 points.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
They've got Patrick Patterson. Reggie Jackson out there with Kennard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Oturu in at the 5 down low. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And Kanter over to help. George against Anthony. Kennard on the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range. Just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Jones looking for an opening. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Out to Anthony. A shot. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. On defense, the Clippers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. It's blocked. Outside, George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Anthony nowhere around. Kept alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
Morris kicks to Leonard. Morris against Jones. Morris dishes to Leonard. Clock at 4. High post shot. The Clippers keep it alive. Morris outside. To the inside. Cousins. Zubac the pass to Cousins. And the wide open shot from Morris. But they'll get another chance. Pass to Beverly. Back to Morris. Outside Leonard. Beverly up top. Tries hit again. Here's Cousins. And the Clippers miss again. Portland leading. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And it's Leonard missing. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Outside, Jones. Out to Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing. The Clippers shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Portland with a new 14. Pass to Simons. Outside Anthony. Now the pass to Simons. He kicks it to Jones. Shoots over Zubac. That one a little long.
His scoring has not been there at all tonight. I mean, it tells you a lot about their team that they have the lead anyway.
Leonard dishes to Beverly. Over Jones. Leonard. And that one is good. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Anthony kicks to Jones. The buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And he could not get that one. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jackson passes to Oturu. Patterson against Covington. Back to Patterson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Jackson. Gets a hand on it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Over in the corner, Lillard. The feed to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. And here's McCollum for 3. He can't get that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game. But as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
And Portland making a change here. Anthony's checked in. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard against McCollum. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Leonard inside, and it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, and for mid-range, Leonard's jump shot is money. It doesn't matter if it's off the dribble or catch and shoot. He never loses his touch.
Lillard attacking. He dishes it to McCollum, and another turnover here by Portland.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Pass to Leonard. 9 feet out. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Zubac, the best to Cousins. Here's Leonard, and Covington sends it back. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
So both teams making some changes here. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. And it's Simons missing.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Outside, Jones. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Batum, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Anthony down low. Morris is there. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. Jackson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Clippers trail by 6. At the top of the key, Cousins. There's 39 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Rondo, and he converts the layup.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 10. It's Jones on the wing. Back to McCollum. Pass to Simons. Batum with the steal. Here's Mann. Defended by Jones. Outside for Batum. The pass to Mann. To the paint. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Whenever Cousins get that close to the basket, it's game over for the D. He is such a forceful presence, especially when he's dunking.
Got it off in time, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Morris is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Powell for 3. Offensive rebound. Nurkic the pass to Canner. The 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Leonard attacking, so they take the lead. Leonard's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Here's Cantor. And the rejection by Cousins. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. His first shot coming late. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 0-3 to start the 4th quarter. Here's Powell. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Derek Jones. Count it, good.
Well, that's what they want to see out of Beverly. Decisive basketball. Nice, aggressive drive to the cup.
Lillard attacking. Yes, that goes in. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
Zubats kicks it out to Leonard. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Powell finds Lillard. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 6. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Short. Oh!
Man, the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Passes to Lillard. To end the run, he lays it in. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Leonard attacking, and the shot goes down. Leonard's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
He lobs it up, and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Oh, boy, they like to redo that pass. Bad way to lose a possession.
1:22 left in the game. Here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That is his first foul of the game. 1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Powell kicks to Lillard. A 3 from McCollum. Cans it from downtown.
Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
Los Angeles leading by 5. And here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. There's the 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got 31 points. A 3 from McCollum. Oturu with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And McCollum with the block.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Oh, well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but this wasn't enough.
Here's Leonard. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Leonard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
George with the ball. Oturu gets it to fall.
Oh, how about the finesse there?
All right, David, great job. moments to prepare for the game. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, we've got Rivers. Michael Porter's out there with Gordon, and it's Nikola Jokic. And here's Rivers trying to find Jokic, gets it to him, and there's another turnover by the Nuggets. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Nurkic. Kicks it to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. The 3 from McCollum. They get the rebound. Here's Nurkic. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Lillard surveying the D. And he banks in the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the pass to Rivers. And here's Jokic. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
That's a pretty smooth release for a 6'10" center on the perimeter.
Lillard with it. It's McCollum on the wing. Now, here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. 5 on the clock. Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
Lillard comes with the double team. Pass to Rivers for 3. No good on the shot. And it's Portland the other way. Here's the break. The shot by Lillard wide open. No good with the triple. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Gordon. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I like that. Staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Passes it to Powell. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think is going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Campazzo. And then Rivers with the dunk.
On the attack, 6'4", good verts. Rivers can produce at the rim.
Now here's Lillard. 1:05 left to play in the first. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Campazzo, pass to Rivers. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. And that one's good. Harrison. Now Lillard. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's McCollum on the wing. Stolen by Rivers. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. And that one's good. Harrison's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And that one's good. Lillard.
One thing about Lillard is he can go with either hand when he's attacking the rim, and that makes it very difficult to defend.
Here's Harrison. It's all tied in Denver. The second quarter coming up right after. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about
selfless. I mean, you need to kill.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you, numbers-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Anthony. He's out there with Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Here's Rivers. Harrison passes to Green. And Green slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Rivers kicks to Green. Back to Rivers. Green dishes to McGee. Denver passing it around. Shot clock at 6. And Jones sends it back. Out to the right wing. McCollum outside. Denver grabs the miss. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Stolen by Kanter. Anthony with it. Millsap on him. The three from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Harrison, the shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Kicks it to Jones. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Powell in for McCollum. It's Powell on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Nurkic, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
The Nurkic does a great job just keeping the motor running.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Pass to Harrison. Campazzo. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Covington. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 5-point Denver lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
1:11 left in the second quarter. Anthony against Milson. Here's Simons, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And a switch here also for Portland. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. They get it back. Here's Jokic. And that one clearly a foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And a chance here to just double check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq, a pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Well, what can you say about superstar Big? And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Lillard. The pass to Gordon. Outside Porter. And here's Jokic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
Lillard attacking. Count it. Lillard's got 10 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Down low, Covington with the steal. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Lillard finds Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to Covington. Back to Nurkic. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. He has 6.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. To the paint. Unloads. And Denver again with the bucket.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 6-point game.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Here's Jokic. Shot clock at 5. He's off from 17 feet. And Jokic likes physical play. Brent, he embraces the contact.
Well, you look at his physique, and I think he can absorb a lot of what it is that comes his way. But he's comfortable wrestling. He's got brothers. He knows what that's like. And he also loves to mess around with those press conference microphones, as we see.
Stolen by McCollum. Here's Lillard. Nice D from Porter.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
To the right side. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. Trailblazers trail by 4. Covington into the lane. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Denver. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for McCollum. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Harrison scanning the floor. Inside. Millsap dishes to Green. The kick out to Porter. From deep three-point range. And it's Portland with the rebound. Outside Anthony. With a tie. Cantor's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Back to Porter. In tight, he gets the jumper to fall. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
Anthony on the wing. He feeds it to Cantor. Back to Anthony. Outside Covington. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And we've reached the end of the third. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them And what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, they've got Enes Kanter. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
McCollum with the ball. Puts up a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Just so hard defensively to stay after McCollum. He can be elusive, and then he can score from anywhere.
Now, here is Morris. Now the dish to Millsap. Passes it to Chanshaw. Stolen away. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Pass to Simons. 6 to shoot. Portland moving the ball around. Now here's McCollum. T right on him. The Nuggets leading by 4. There's the pass to Chanshaw. Morris outside. McGee with no one around. Off target with the open look. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trail Blazers. And a wide open look for McCollum. And another 3 for Portland.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
Now Morris. At the top of the key, Millsap. Out to Morris. Pass to Chanshaw. Back to Morris. Lets a floater go. Here's McGee. Fades. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's McCollum with the drive. Kanter, the pass to Simons. Back to McCollum to take the lead. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Millsap kicks to Morris. Back to Millsap. The feed to Morris. To stop the run. Excellent D from Kanter. Portland leading. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Bowles checked in for Jones. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. Gordon, the pass to Rivers. Porter trying to free himself up. Rivers can't get it to go. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. From past the arc. They get it back. Outside Covington. Here's Pop. Here is Lillard. Over Jokic. Goes up again. And Nurkic finishes inside. Nurkic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
Clutch bucket by Nurkic on that possession. They needed that one.
Campazzo, covered by Lillard. It counts. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
And I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Lillard outside. It's Powell on the wing. Jokic with the steal. Rivers with it. Now defended by McCullough. Here's Gordon. Count!
Tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
Lillard with it. From outside the arc. Here's Nurkic. Good!
And they do have a foul to give.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Porter, no luck. It's deflected. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. McCollum outside. Ends with a big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin,
all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brett. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. So the Portland Trail Blazers able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And you gotta love the effort. I mean, he battles just as hard on the inside as he does on the perimeter.
Nurkic finds Covington. Nurkic against Porzingis. The pass to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. A 3 from McCollum. Offensive rebound. Back to Lillard. Covington passes to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Tries again. That shot off the mark. Nice D from Doncic. Porzingis against Powell. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. The Mavericks rebound. On the wing, Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And another shot. Out to Doncic. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's not going to go for him. And it's Portland the other way.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Marjanovic. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Portland also making some changes. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone along.
Oh, my goodness! Wow. What a play!
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Lillard attacking. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got 6. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Brunson following the score by Damian Lillard. It's good.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Trey Burks checked in for Richardson. Portland also making some changes. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. 1:03 left here in the opening quarter. And here's McCollum. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now here's Anthony. Dishes it to Cantor. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. A second chance effort. Here's Cantor. They shoot again. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Cullen passes to Jones. Cauley Stein against Anthony. They get the rebound. It's deflected.
Beautiful defense from Powell. Uses that impressive length to come away with that rejection.
And the dunk by Powell.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he's
humble beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Jones. Anthony is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Burke. Norkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be.
Trains the three-pointer. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Outside, Covington. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic leading the charge. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. And Covington sends it back. Here's Jones. Lays it up off the glass.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Doncic dishes to Redick. Fires from deep. And it's Luka Doncic with the 3. Doncic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. McCollum no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum outside. Kept alive. Covington passes to Nurkic. Outside, Jones. From downtown. The shot will not fall. And it's Dallas the other way. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. Passes to Simons. Another shot. And he overshot that one, missing. Mavericks leading by 7. And the wide open shot from Redick. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The tray. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 6 points.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
The 3 for Doncic. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got the lead back up to 7 now for the Mavs.
And Doncic loves the ability to respond with a 3. That is tough.
Now the pass to McCollum. 50 seconds left in the first half. It's rebounded by Dallas.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Jones. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Burke, the pass to Powell. Pass to Brunson. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
And so it's Dallas, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close.
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this game, his leadership. And that should...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got Doncic. Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum fires from way outside. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Nurkic finds McCollum. Back to Nurkic. Over Porzingis. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by McCollum. Nurkic has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Here's Lillard. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
The shot comes out. Trailblazers trail by 7. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man, and the ball instantly there for the finish.
The 3 for Doncic. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Portland the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Portland with a change here, too. Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick-and-roll situations.
Burke, the pass to Brunson. Away against Paul. To the inside, Cauley Stein. It's good, the assist that time from Burke. Cauley Stein's got 6.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Back to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Out to Anthony. Over Cauley Stein. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Cauley Stein's shot is good. Cauley Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Lillard with it. Hardaway picks him up. Lillard attacking. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Derek Jones in for McCollum. Burke finds Brunson. Cauley Stein in the post. He's against Kanter. Cauley Stein passes to Powell. Oh, offensive interference. A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Cauley Stein. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. That one good for 2. 15 points in the game.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Redick for 3. They grab their own miss. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And stolen by Redick. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Throws it up high. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Redick. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in. Now here's Powell. Following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Brunson, good.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Trailblazers trail by 8. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Hits the three-point bomb. Simons has got 9.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And now Portland on the break. Cantor, the pass to Simons. No good on the triple.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Here's Simons. Brunson covering. Powell dishes to Cantor. Simons surveying the D.
And that stifling defense of Cauley Stein is what got him drafted 6th back in 2015.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And here are the Trailblazers now. They trail by 7. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Derek Jones, and it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Outside Anthony. And the shot goes in. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, that's what you can do when you've got a great handle. Anthony is always able to put it on the deck and get to the rim.
The 3 for Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway comes in for Doncic, and it's Burke in for Richardson. Here's Burke. Shoots from the elbow. Here's Powell. Goes back up. Burke finds Brunson. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, Powell is proving to be a handful inside. Does a good job utilizing his long arms to get the call.
Second free throw, no good.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Now here's Burke following the miss by C.J. McCollum.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
And it's McCollum off the drive. He feeds it to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target.
Puts one in the eye of the defense. First triple of the evening.
Johnson with it. Pass to Powell. Now here's Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot, but they recover it.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson's checked in for Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Doncic. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
It's McCollum on the wing. Richardson covered. That one falls.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Doncic with it. Now defended by McCollum. Basket good. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis so fast off the floor when he challenges a shot. Helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. The three from McCollum. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep. Good on the triple. And it's a 9-point Dallas lead.
Now, Luka Doncic right now cooking. This guy's got his rhythm, and he's making it hard on the defense.
Here's Lillard. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
It's McCollum with the drive. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 32 points.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, and an intentional foul right there. Off the inbound pass. Doncic, no good. The Trailblazers on offense. 6-point game. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
The 3 for Doncic. Offensive rebound Mavericks.
Wow, just getting all the luck right now, it seems. Good bounce.
Connects from 3-point range.
And what a competitor. I mean, he's been looking for a shot all game long. He shouldered almost the entire load for them offensively.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.